Hi, I'm Matt Willis, and this is Erik Torgerson with ET Capital Partners, and we're going to do a little Q&A session today with Erik Torgerson. So Erik, one of the biggest questions I hear is, why would a developer give those types of returns? 12%, 20%, 27%, short-term, long-term, all these opportunities. Why would they give that type of a return?
The main reason is they know they're going to be making money off of your money. So they use your money to help them get a project going. In the case of some of the developers, you're looking at an opportunity to have 4 or 5 projects going, and while it digs into their margins, it increases their revenue. If you could think of, if you had 6 projects going that you could make $5 million off each one, or you have 3 projects going that you can make $4 million off each one, you're going to do better having the 6 projects at $5 million. And so it might dig into their margins a little bit to pay those kinds of returns. But real estate development offers very high returns in general because it's a very risky business.
So let me talk about this. This is one of the no fun questions in our business, but what are some of the risks involved with participating in private equity? Like what are the fears that I should have as a participant?
Well, I hope you don't have any real fears, but the risks that you look at in private equity are, we're looking at mostly real estate ventures. So what if property values go down?
Sure.
That's why I like the Midwest for our projects. The Midwest is growing, and I think you're going to see that continue. So you also have the risk of bad management by the development company or who's ever building the project. That's why I try to work mostly with developers who have a very long history. And if they don't have a long history, it's somebody who's shown a very strong start and been referred to me by a very good bank or another person who's in the industry that knows a lot about what they're doing. So I've relied a lot upon my sphere of influence, and we are creating an advisory board, but they help me look at the projects and underwrite them and decide what groups have mitigated the risk that people are typically looking at. And so far we've done a very good job, as our projects have all been completed, paying out what they were supposed to or even more.
Yeah, so you bring up something very interesting. We have guests, participants that ask, all right, so you're offered all sorts of projects. I mean, on a daily basis, you have somebody reaching out and saying, can you raise private equity for me? But you can't say yes to all of them. And so who's vetting these projects? Is it Erik that's vetting all these projects? Is it your team? How do you decide who you're going to raise funds for?
I mean, it's first it usually comes to me, and I will look it over just in general and decide if it's somebody we really want to get involved with, if we want to look deeper into it. And if we do, I will bring it first. I've got a great friend and a great colleague. His name's Mike Matera, and he's a retired CFO from Wells Fargo, and luckily allows me to use his name and tell people he helps me with this. But he looks over the projects first, and he's great at business development and understanding how all this works. So, and he's a participant in over 50% of my projects. So if he likes it, I know it's going to do fairly well. So he's been a huge reason for our success on our projects, and we'll continue to lean on him.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for joining us today at ET Capital Partners. Hopefully you learned a little bit more about us, and don't hesitate to reach out to us anytime. We are part of the West Des Moines community, and we look forward to continuing to serve it for many years to come.